ultimate confidence that the Brazilians can adapt to what they throw their way.
It's a bit like Team Russia versus Fnatic this morning.
Okay. Well, 4 rounds on the board so far for MIBR.
Sorry, just had a bit of a coughing fit there. MIBR versus Fnatic. MIBR. Fnatic versus Team Russia is where I want to go with this. It was 16-12 on 2 maps in favor of Fnatic. Now, it did look dangerous at times for Fnatic, but their class, that they were a full team, was able to come out on top, just like the class of MIBR is shutting out yet another push as Nini's the in-game leader and the AWPer, following in Fallen's footsteps.
And the one following the kills. As they stand, he is the only member left alive, does have the bomb and an op. But they've got him beat back against the wall here, and he's going to try to work down this inner ramp, or he wants to. He's thinking about it. He's waiting for the smoke to subside just a little bit. Then it looks like a full commit will come out on his side. Noise has been made, the scope as well. It's going to be Taco anchoring in the side of the site, as he's known for. And the comm has come in. They know exactly where he is. They've heard him, and you can see the rotation there. They're pushing up on him from the halls, and they've got 2 members here in the yard. Just a matter of time before Taco finds him himself.
Get the AWP, Taco.
Nah. Okay. He does pick up the op, and MIBR pick up the round. And there you have it. Algeria have spent all of their monies.
Yeah, it's just going to be very difficult to see how they can manage to get in this game. So I touched on before in the field segment we were doing while the delay was on, talking about Saba having a big performance against Chiefs, where they managed to pick up the 2-0, and that was ultimately what got them through to this point. So look to the youngster, 18 years of age, if he can get anything done right here. But I think if you're going to play default, like what you're saying, Trace, if they just play a standard style of CS, then that's into the playbook. Hold up. There's the kid I was talking about. Saba with a massive shot from the high ramp onto the head of Fur, and now the inside take will be on through the smoke. They pop, and Taco caught with his pants down. Will be traded eventually by Phelps. The bomb's going to fall. They're not going to get that one planted, are they? As onslaught continues, and the MAC-10s, the frags are following, but the round will eventually land for MIBR. Viva Algeria obviously have the max loss bonus due to it starting a little bit earlier with the pistol round situation, so they will be able to get a gun round on the board. The plan is not integral at this point in time, but unless you can play quick and really force MIBR to feel the pressure, you're going to go into head-on duels with some of the deadliest names in Counter-Strike. Coldzera, Fur, Phelps, Fallen, and Taco babysitting that inner bomb site. It's a scary task for a team who is not on the radar when it comes to high-level Counter-Strike at all. And once again, things are kicked off with an opening kill from MIBR. I know we had that delay, but this one might be a quick affair.
Yep, you got to make up for time somehow, and it appears, though, MIBR have that on their clock. 3 members looking to pop out here towards Ivy. They do have weapons on the side of Viva Algeria. They're going to double peek a Fallen, and he will actually be traded out. So not all is lost there, even though they do find themselves in a very disadvantaged situation with 2 members alive for Viva Algeria versus the 4 of MIBR. Fur likely to take things into his own hands here, and Ivy has pushed up, waiting to see if they come through the other side of the smoke. Don't want to give up that back lane, but they're going to do something cheeky here, as my Brexit friends would say.
He might just get the double on this one. Scoped up, ready. There's one team flash actually going to land. He will get legged in the process. The idea was nice. Now he's in front of the molly. This one should be taken down as blinded up. Ninis will get the kill with the P250, but yet another round falling to MIBR. So we talk about the max loss bonus. For those of you who don't understand how the money system works, when you're maxed out, you get 3,400 every round loss. And that's where Viva Algeria find themselves. So they're actually going for a bit of a Vega squadron inspired by. We've seen this out of the CIS region. They get the MAC-10s, they go for some armor, and they take a little bit of a rush. Looks like Viva Algeria want to do the same. And surprisingly going into the outer yard, normally you'd want to take the MAC-10s over towards Ivy, maybe take them more of a position towards inside. The yard is just an absolute place for the long-range weapons, where the Augs and AWP clearly reign supreme as they're going to get mopped on up.
My goodness.
Without too much hassle, Nadal lands, and that's another quick one right there. So, yeah, sure, a light investment. They got the MAC-10, they've got the armor, they've got a few nades, but now they've got a gun round. So, let's see if they can find an opening.
AWP proving to have some sort of hold here for Viva Algeria.
Yeah.
Could be a saving grace later on, but they're going to have to get started at some point. 8-0 is the score. 8-0. MIBR running them up. Nini's going to go for a pick here in middle early on, maybe a wall bang. Can't land it because there's no one on the other side of it.
Just to note that these individuals living in France get to practice against European-style opponents all the time, so their individual skill trace should be of a relatively decent level, just purely off of the level of CS at their disposal.
The unfortunate reality to me is that there's just such a mismatch here.
Of course.
You know, like it's going to be a tough one. We do see one member of Viva Algeria able to get in the back lanes, but he's going to get sniffed out there by Phelps. And that just leaves a lonely Noxie here in the pop dog, in the ladder room, as I would like to call it myself.
We saw Boomich do some absolutely phenomenal things here yesterday against Panda.
Yes.
Just with that. He actually salvaged an SG, had the Krieg up close and personal, and was locking this part of the map down on that CT side time and time again. Right now, Noxie, he's been able to find a kill onto Phelps, who, being that beacon up close and personal, has been taken down a few times. Taco will finish him off, but with the double AWP set up out right now for MIBR, it's difficult to get past the likes of Fallen and Coldzera. Even if you're able to take down Phelps, even if you're able to push Taco off that low ramp inside, you've got the big greens to deal with, and they sting. Noxie's going to AWP now, so Nini's said in an interview with HLTV.org that he was the AWPer and the in-game leader, so maybe mixing things up. 9-0 down. Not a single round that's been close other than arguably the pistol. And here we go. Coldzera with that AWP towards the high ramp. The scope may have been heard. If he peeks too wide, he will get taken down, but he doesn't need to peek at all as Nini is straight into that crosshair, and he doesn't want to drop back. He wants to stay and fight, and he will. And with that stubbornness will come a kill for Natsu. And a second as catching Fur. That's the third, and this is the individual prowess that we need to see if Algeria want to grab some rounds. Locked on out of connector now. Fallen drops back.
But that bomb is cordoned off, which does pose a problem, and so does Fallen. With an answer.
Aware.
Sabaranks going to go ahead and fall. And now it's all up to Malikov, who does have the AK. Just on the other side of the smoke, though. MIBR are waiting. They do have the bomb down. It is in a very, very contested area here. Trying to flash and get away, but...
It was a decoy.
Was it?
It juked it. It juked the hell out of Fallen as well, so... You know.
Juked Fallen.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
10-0.
Scary time right now for Viva Algeria. They've gone through and they've actually picked Dust 2 as the second map, and we saw what MIBR did to Renegades on Dust 2 at the Major in the quarterfinals. So in the round of 16, which is where we find ourselves in this juncture in time, Viva Algeria have the hardest route possible. Everybody wanted to avoid playing MIBR, but somebody had to draw the short end of the stick.
Yes, indeed. Taco now with AWP there in the lower ramp. Can't find the shot, but he did get some win there that they're going to be in the area. However, they're going to back off now. Viva Algeria not so sure that they want to contest this op inside. I think just the noise alone probably scared them. And now is a double drop into the ladder room. Looks like they want to split outside with the bomb down there towards T connector, but the smoke from Fur onto the ladder room will prove to be an annoyance and a wall.
Yeah, the smoke's really going to make that pick very difficult from that position, and there's still 3 Molotovs left on the side of MIBR to be distributed as they see fit, buying more and more time with the delay. And the cool thing that this new org meta allows is players are keener to stay on angles, keener to take the duels, and that means the utility can be slowed in its commencement. Right now, we've seen them come out team main. Fallen's been pressured off the position, but through connector comes Phelps. He's going to get a kill, traded out immediately by Saba, but he's going to fall one of his own, and now up in the heavens.
Damn.
Fur will rain down some damage, and quick as you like, everybody gets mopped on up.
The meat grinder.
It's like a Friday afternoon at your local post office, and they're just tidying up to get on out of town.
Yeah, and they're getting off work early, so everyone's working extra hard.
Yeah, that tends to happen, doesn't it?
It's a weird phenomenon, ain't it?
The last day of work rolls around. It's about it's probably about 3 p.m. Everyone's just recovering from their after-lunch haze. All right, guys, if we finish our work, we can go home early. Oh, yeah? All right, well,
man.
Cool. Bit of energy.
Just motivation, morale. But the morale has to be seeping away here for Viva Algeria as they find themselves with 0 rounds against the 11 of MIBR. And now with pistols, this is not going to be any easier for them. Got 3 members over here towards Ivy with Deagles.
Could 2019 be the year of the 16-0?
Could
you know
be.
how in like China you got like year of the snake or year of the dog or whatever? In Counter-Strike, maybe we could have like year of the 16-0.
We could.
We've seen a couple already, right? We had, was it Cloud9 at the Major who were just absolutely destroyed on train by Astralis? I believe
They were 16-0'd. Yes, that happened.
It's a rough way to go, isn't it? Bombs in T-spawn, but at least they've got the inside bomb site under wraps.
And, yeah.
Never mind.
That's not going to be very long-lived. Saba now with the Deagle. Going to try to peek connector.
Show us what you got, young gun.
50 seconds on the clock. No bomb. He's going to try to rely on frags at this point. Scary concept against Made in Brazil, but he's going to go for it nonetheless. Ooh. Having picked up an AUG, this could help things for his end. But it might simply not be enough. He knows that the bomb is down, and he's probably just now thought about, oh, man, I got to go all the way back to spawn, man.
It's not the most ideal of places, but it actually works in his favor this time round. Able to collect it. Will make his way back towards team main. Very conservative approach coming in here from MIBR. They're going to react off of his play. As soon as they hear that plant noise, they will swarm, and they will attempt to take him down. This is the 18-year-old who managed to top frag against the likes of Chiefs. Will be pushing out, has seen the barrel of fallen there. The jig is up. They know his position. They know he has the bomb. They know the clock is his enemy.
Man. In a way, played himself. Right into that round being lost there for Viva Algeria.
22 kills for Phelps. What?
It's a show.
So, when did this happen?
It just kind of creeps up on you, man.
He's 22 kills. I know it's 12-0, but it doesn't even feel like it's 12-0. It doesn't feel that way at all. I think we get the eye tracker right here, so we can see Taco focus. You can see where his eyesight is going when these moments do unfold. So Taco is the inside anchor. You can see at one point there his eye does glance towards the radar. It's good to see if your teammates spot anything on the map, just to make sure that those red dots can be rotated to accordingly.
That will be the Toby eye tracker, I believe it's called.
You reckon the guy who made it's called Toby?
Or he knows someone named Toby. But I'd imagine...
It's probably an acronym.
Yeah, probably. Something optical. We'll look it up.
Yeah.
In the meantime...
We'll Google it.
It will be Ivy control here from Viva Algeria, and MIBR backing off a little bit to give them that freedom of movement. Still a long way to go for them to even get close to these bomb sites. The contest for ladder continues, and the drop right there is going to be Phelps on the other side. This is how he's ending up with frags. He's playing the pop dog area, falling with the kill on the other side of the map. It's going to leave him down to 3 on Viva Algeria. Make it 2. It's going to be Nini's with the op and Saba with the AK. And as I say that, he goes away.
So, something to note, that setup that we saw come out right there. Oh, so down Cold Zero goes. That setup that we saw come out right there from MIBR, that's a similar thing. I believe Jacob Pimp Vinicky covered that at the Major, was looking into it. So what they do is they're hedging close towards main, close towards pop, and they leave Ivy quite open. Having a player usually fall in orbit from that E-box position means that they can lock down the players coming out of main. And occasionally they're more than happy to allow individuals to get out of Ivy because Cold Zero sweeps through the back lane and takes them down from that position. Haven't been able to find any information on the Toby eye tracker to do with the naming, but I'm sure that people of the internet will be able to find it quicker than I. So, inside push right now from Fur, super aggressive, bombs down, information will be relayed. Taco will fall, but it's not going to matter because Fur's right here. He's going to go for his second knife of the game. Noxy will get taken down, but the trade will come in. Ninis will find a kill, and in the moment, Natsu will get Phelps. So a flurry of frags have come out right now for Viva Algeria. Oh, confusion. Cold Zero did just shoot in the direction of Fallen. Not sure if that was intentional. This round is an interesting one to say the least. Cold Zero gets offered up a duel from Saba towards Ivy. The Lurk player will fall. Now a 2-on-3 becomes doable. Flash towards the back of Old Bomb, giving opportunity for Cold Zero to grab some information, and it will come through. Oh, this Ivy position, though, from Malakoff. It's going to be instrumental in taking down Cole, but he's missed, and he's given up the position. And now the flank from Fallen, it might be enough, because he at least knows where one player is. Slow and steady wins the race, as the approach is very, very slow from Mr. Toledo.
Mr. Toledo, and yes.
Gets taken down, and the round on the board for Viva Algeria. So, it's a step in the right direction.
Now, today will be the first day that we've seen the Toby eye tracking. and that will continue on for the duration of the tournament from here. But the first round on the board for Viva Algeria, you'll love to see it. Rip your 16-0. Rip it right in half. Because now the comeback is mounting. It's starting now, Chad. And let's see what they do with this momentum, this forward momentum that they have. Phelps finding the frag here on to Natsu. It's not where they want to start there after having picked up their first round of the game. Can you believe it?
That's Nasu and Natu combined. Natsu.
That's a scary concept.
Two Finnish players coming together to form. Remember on the Algerian side, and Fallen is going to take down Nini's over the smoke, climbing up the ladder, continuing to be a nuisance, spamming away with that AWP through the smoke. Meanwhile, over towards Ivy, lurking on out. Malakoff will get taken down by coldzera. It leaves them in a, I was going to say 2-on-5, but make that a 4v0 because it all happened so quickly there. coldzera finished things off. We're at 14-1 right now. MIBR putting up that wall on their CT side. We know that they're a phenomenal unit. We know that they are on the climb, and a lot of pundits out there have labeled them as the potential giant slayers going up against Australis later in the year. I'm one of those people.
Okay.
I think it's definitely possible.
It's possible. We'll see.
Probable.
Who wants to step up to the plate to beat Australis? That has been the storyline for quite some time now, at least since probably Marseille, I think would be the easiest way to look at it.
Coming up on a year very shortly.
Yeah. But 14-1, and we're coming up on a pistol round right now. It's going to be MIBR on the T side. If you're just joining us, you're a little late at the party, but don't you worry. The party has...
We have another map as well, so Dust 2 will be coming up next. So you haven't missed all the action, just the lion's share of the first map. Viva Algeria haven't even really felt like they've been able to get into positions to take even duels, right? You know, they've been locked out. They've really struggled to get our choke points. The CT side will give them that option. Taco leading the way. Ride or die. Entry fragger is going to get gushed on up there. The cutout is clear. Towards the back of bomb train is where the chaos happens and frags will fall.
Oof. Scary angle there to play with the pistols, but with...
oh my
goodness,
now.
yes, the kills there from the USP do come out from the side of Viva Algeria, giving them a 2v2 and a chance. There's still a chance for them in this round. However, coldzera's got something to say about that. Finding one for himself is going to be Noxie that falls last to coldzera and puts MIBR on map point. 15-1 is the score, as you see on the top of your screen, or you hear us from work. Good morning.
Normally, at this point, we discuss the economic decisions and how a team is going to approach it. After you've lost the half 14-1, then you lose pistol round. You have no choice but to force buy. And that's merely going to net you 2 CZs, 2 Deagles, a UMP, and some very light utility going up against multiple AKs, multiple Galils, and an MP5. Right now, they've kicked it off in bloody steaming fashion there. Saba are able to get 2 big kills. Taco trading one back eventually, but the pressure is on right now as Fer is being swarmed. They're jumping. They want to attack him. They want to take him down. He's going to get flanked any minute. He's dead, and Fallen with the double. That surely wasn't intentional. He lined up in the perfect time, and again, Viva Algeria fall to a 2-on-2 situation.
But they do have that bomb down for them, right outside of T connector, T main, T whatever you want to call it. Gonna have to saddle up, try to hold it down. Fallen causing a little bit of chaos there, using what utility he did have in his pocket. Would be a smoke, throws it towards that outside area. Seems as though the defense is split here for Viva Algeria. They got one player in ladder, and they got one player playing old bomb. This ladder player is actually going to get a push here. He's going to get a lot of sound cues. He's going to hear Fallen jumping around there in the connector. A little bit of a pistol throw. Didn't quite make it around the corner, but that's all right.
Oh, wow. The awareness of Noxie, though, to know that, you know, Taco may be pushing in that position, but is Fallen as aware of this push right here. He's making a lot of noise, which did allow Taco to be able to go for a play like that.
We got a round on our
hands. Did he not reload that UMP until he just fired it then? It looked like that was the last minute.
Well, the thing is, if he would have reloaded in the halls.
Would have made noise,
Yeah. So, there it is. Another round on the board for Viva Algeria. And I don't want to say it. A comeback could be on the cards, ladies and gentlemen. Or it could not. We'll find out.
I like the excitement. I like the energy in the room. But this is a absolutely gargantuan task for Viva Algeria. I think that, look, right now, every round that they get on the board is a fantastic piece of experience for them. And having the more superior buy in this situation, we could see more fall in their favor. They grab this one, they put this one on the board. That forces MIBR to an eco.
Oh!
But hold up a second. Fer just lobs himself out of team A and finds a 1 dig to the head of Natsu. Happy to continue to repeat more than Audacious play. And there's Saber again. Deagle last round. Deagle's back in it this round.
Taco finding one for himself. There'll be 3 members alive here for Viva Algeria. To have lost in this fashion would not be admirable. However, they're going to hold on to what they can. You got a player towards the E-box, one towards the upper ramp inside. Him and Taco are about to make a little bit of contact here. He's going to play it quietly. He's going to try to get close to the smoke, try to get closer to this fight. They haven't really flooded out, and it looks like they're going to be going back towards Pop Dog, perhaps. With 1 minute left on the clock, plenty of time to do whatever it is that they want to on the MIBR side.
It's good that that information from Noxie can be relayed to his teammates. Sure, Sabra and Malakoff are low, but they know definitely that it's not going to be that inside bomb site, especially now that Taco's fallen. So the pressure will be applied onto MIBR, who look like they want to act quickly through main. Just a bullet to the chest of either player, and there it is. The scout overkill in that situation. A couple of Glock bullets would have been more than enough, and now all they need to do is find Malakoff, who's up close and personal in the sandwich position. He could be spoiler right here, as Noxie's done a good job of drawing the attention.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be another round, I think, for Viva Algeria. 20 seconds left. Fallen, surely not getting into this one. They'd have to make a massive blunder.
Not with 16 HP. This could be the end of the line for him here. Any second, he does peak connector, and it's going to be Noxie there with the M4 that does finish him off. 3 rounds now for Viva Algeria. You wanted a ball game? Well, we've got one for you.
This should be an eco if I was the likes of MIBR. I wouldn't be taking any more risks. You'd want to end this one as quickly as possible, so no need to go for the force by here. Take the eco, get yourself a gun round in the following.
So you're saying overtime is on the cards?
Definitely not. I think that as soon as it's a full gun round, that's when MIBR should be able to shut this one down. But Viva Algeria have put them in a good position, obviously, to get to 4. There shouldn't be too many dramas dealing with these pistols right here. However, it is just a 4-man inside play with the bomb. Actually going to go late out team main for the plant. So they're just trying to draw a distraction. Fallen jumping knife out, gets taken down. The rotation's been completely pulled, but the close pop player is going to get caught in a duel right now. If that outside duel was where the importance was, the bomb has fallen. And Taco now
by his lonesome.
P250.
It's not Tuesday anymore, but I could really go for some tacos myself. However, Taco in this situation has bit off more than he can chew. He's going to get taken down. Viva Algeria with a 4th on the board.
That was like a grande taco.
Yes, a big, big taco. Shout out to all of you watching at home right now. All of you in the chat. Hello, hey guys. Now we're going to see some weapons come out here for MIBR. 5 AKs. This is where we get to see them turn it up just a little bit. Perhaps do what we know them to do. Do a little bit of a default here.
So this is like a pulling up the socks round, I guess, from MIBR. I'm not saying that they weren't trying in those other rounds. They were just playing looser Counter-Strike. So right now, we do see them go back into just more of the standard spread, something that you would expect from this team. That Molotov is going to land and actually get put out there. That's unfortunate for Natsu, who does have 3 players he might just step on into. This is a scary moment for the CTs.
It is. Oh. And with the dink there on to Fallen, that's not how they want to start the round. A lot of information gained there by Natsu. We're going to see the stack there towards Pop Dog, but right now, MIBR just having a little bit of trouble getting out on this site. They're going to go through the smoke, and it's going to prove to be fatal for Malakoff. And Fur's getting one as well. So now on the what could be the last round.
Finishes off the frag that he started and picks up an AK. Look at Phelps being able to get so much territory. He's going to grab another kill. This guy's awareness of which smokes to push and when, and how much space to take off of his teammates when kills are coming on in is fantastic. But yet again, Viva Algeria find themselves in a 2-on-2, and we can see the eye tracker right here for Natsu. Now for Cold Zero.
Looking at the clock, very interesting. Which is now becoming a problem here for MIBR. 20 seconds left. Viva Algeria can't find the kill onto Cold Zero. And that leaves him in a bad way. It's going to be an outside plant here. And this last player towards Old Bomb and Nini's. Well, now he's got a defuse. He does have a flash and a smoke and an AUG. But his positioning, they're going to play off this very well for the MIBR side. And he couldn't find it. Cold Zero actually concedes the kill, and now he's going to miss the smoke on the bomb, and that spells seeming disaster. However, Taco has taken a lot of damage and has actually fallen. Literally.
Wow. What a great clutch there from Nini's. Obviously blunders from both sides, but able to just get the damage. That's all that matters when it comes down to those duels.
Yeah, that one is a tough one to swallow, I think. The missed smoke surely spelled disaster, but
you know what, though?
maybe it was calculated, Chad.
Maybe, because the missed smoke would have drawn Taco out. As soon as the smoke blooms, he thinks, oh, he might just go for a defuse, so I'm going to pick right now before he gets a chance to tap the bomb. If the smoke was on the bomb, Nini's wouldn't have seen Taco. So that could have played out completely differently if the smoke had landed intentionally. A couple of cool things with the eye tracker. Obviously, you pointed out and looking at the time. That was a nice little feature. And you could see with Cold Zero when he was playing the stop position, even though he was aiming towards back of old bomb, his eyesight was also looking towards connector, because on that angle, he had multiple different viewpoints. But hold up a second.
Yep, hold the phones. 3 members alive for Viva Algeria, because it looks like MIBR are in town. The bomb has finally been planted in this round. It's going to look like the 2 members from Viva Algeria need to get in the sight of the outside, and they need to get this defuse. Now, against 4 entrenched members of MIBR, that might just be a little more than they bid off. Can they chew it, though? No. Taco finding the frag on Anini's. It's going to be that of Noxie that falls last, and a 16th on the board for MIBR. In a world, I could have seen where that slipped even further out of their control, but...
Yeah, I think all in all, very positive signs there from MIBR. I don't want to say business as usual. They got pushed in a couple of 2v2 situations there, which I'm assuming they would have liked to have played a little bit tidier. But after the tech pause that we had, after the issues that we did find ourselves in, it's good that we got this one underway. Some good signs there. I guess we're starting to learn about roles and how players really apply themselves so far for this Viva Algeria team. Nini's quite aggressive with the AWP. We obviously have Saba with some really good deal work.
Yep.
Saw him get some good impact with that, and he appears to be lurking a little bit more on their T sides. So all in all, a bit of a learning experience for everybody here as we get a nice little look at some replays, the eye tracking, all the good stuff from Toby.
Now, that was MIBR's map pick. And rightfully, they were able to assert some dominance there, as you would expect from MIBR's side. And going to be going into Dust 2 next for Viva Algeria. That would be their pick.
Yes. A lot more free-flowing, or at least you would hope. Train, they were getting shut down when they were in all of those choke points. So if we're going to move to a map where, you know, hopefully they can just get some basic flashes, smokes down, they can take a little bit more room on the map and find some open jewels, there's a chance for Viva Algeria to show what they've got.
Yeah, but some decent looks there towards the end of that.
Yeah, they won some rounds. They won a couple of 2v2s. Those are usually the harder rounds to win.
Yes, it is, Chad. And I guess any more takeaways, we might have to take this one to a break. I think that's just about what we've got. We're going to be going into Dust 2 next, the second of a best of 3, and it's going to be MIBR taking on Viva Algeria. Make sure you're with us when we come back. Welcome back, y'all. WESG kicking it off live today, for us at least. MIBR paving the way. They're on train, laying down the rail.
Made it look easy, didn't it?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did. My name is Trace. This is Chad. Welcome back. We do have another map in this series. And what is a best of three? Viva Algeria taking on MIBR. We're going to Dust 2 next. And this one, well, it is Viva Algeria's pick. So you got to think they've got something in their pocket. But
Sure.
again, clashing against Titans.
Yeah, I just think if we can set expectations for everybody, MIBR is a top 10 team in the world, right?
Yes.
Right now, I believe they're ranked as number 5 as per HLTV.org's rankings, and I actually have them in as number 4 because I think the Ents are above them due to their major run. Going up against Viva Algeria, which is a mixed team of 5 Algerian players who actually live and reside in France. So the stark contrast between one of the best teams in Counter-Strike at the moment going up against a squad who have been assembled just for this WSG event, it's quite a tall task to ask for them to be competitive. But I'm always on the lookout for the stars of tomorrow and seeing some positive signs from individuals and maybe some cool ideas in Counter-Strike. That's what we're here to view.
We have seen some stars rise here in WSG so far. One that always is going to stick out to me for this event so far is going to be Lucan, but that is a totally different game overall. Now we're looking at Viva Algeria and MIBR over on Dust 2. It's going to be Cold Zero holding it down at the car. He's going to wait for the peak, and he's going to get smoked. Malikoff not playing those games today. However, that will be a short-lived equation, fair, whatever you want to call it. They have gotten the trades, but they're actually out on the B bomb site right now. Viva Algeria is going to have this bomb plant. Taco wants to run in there. He wants to stop it, but it simply can't be done.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait for the retake. That is a great smoke. It's using as a way to limp on in and open up some choke points, and they're going to find a kill off the back of Fur being nice and poised and ready, not even crouching in these duels. That's how you know you're confident with the USP.
Ouch.
Taking down 2 scalps. Taco will finish off the third. The defuse will come in momentarily. So just to run that one back, that's how I BM as well. I love to do the little sprays. That's how I run with it. But all in all, that strategy was a fake over towards long. They got control. They used their smokes. I believe one of the smokes actually missed because it landed in the middle of long. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. We didn't get to see the complete trajectory. And one covered the cross, or at least most of it. 2 massive kills there with the P250. But Phelps mopped up that mess. And now they have 3 Orgs, 1 MP9, and the UMP in the hands of Fallen going up against 4 Glocks, a Flash, and a P250. It does appear they want to pounce long. The UMP will be more than adequate for dealing with this unless he's completely
Oh, boy.
flushed on up. But, oh, dear.
And with the fadeaway, it's fallen. And the ump. And he knows. He's just going to keep toying with them through this smoke. They can't do anything. They can't see him. So it's not like they can shoot at him.
And then they have Glocks, so even if
Yeah.
they try, they're more just giving away their position and making it easier for him to be able to take them down, continuing to harass with 79 points of health.
Oh, my God.
Now the cavalry has arrived. Phelps is pushing on up Catwalk. Sorry, Cold Zero is pushing up Catwalk, and Phelps is helping it long. So that's going to be the last couple of kills needed to come on in there. And now we'll see a gun round unfold.
Yep, that bomb plant in the first round will go a long way for Viva Algeria when it comes to the money situation. We do see the bomb in the hands of Malakoff in the spawn, but also the AWP and Nini's hands. We saw a little bit of that action over on Train. Let's see if he can get something going here on Dust 2. Again, their pick.
Yeah, uncontested as well, as Fallen and Cold Zero have opted to stick with their weapons. Obviously, not upgrading to an AWP, just prioritize utility. And, well, there's a good reason for that, because they're going to kick things off with a Molotov kill. That's how you lock down the long rush, Trace.
Mm-hmm. You got them split right there, right? You got them trapped. You maybe get somebody out blue bin. Maybe use the smokes to your advantage that they might have thrown, you might have thrown. Regardless, you have the entire rush stopped in its tracks. Peek there from Nini is going to find success on the Phelps. The AWP coming out with a big boom.
Who's gonna? That's a great Molotov right there.
That's not bad.
That's fantastic work there. I like to see those little details. Never mind. It did miss.
It was a good idea.
The concept of that Molotov is good. The execution of it didn't land as expected, but they do find themselves in a 4-on-4. There's worse positions to be in, but the upper dark push is going to be coming right in, and Natsu, he was the trigger man. He was the one to stop the rotations. He's going to fall, and now they have to be corralled towards the A bomb site. Look at this, Taco in spawn. Mr. Fur over towards the B doors, walking down towards middle. Cold Zero and Fallen playing in tow with these SMGs, so a bit of a sandwich approach onto the A bomb site.
It's going to be Saba and Malakoff sitting up here on Catwalk. They're going to use some utility. 3v4. Not where they want to find themselves. Not an advantageous situation. It's going to be Malakoff, the first victim of the execution onto the site. Now, Saba and Nini's, AWP and AK respectively, have made their presence known, and Taco's going to get news too. He's going to come join the party through Long A, and perhaps he gets read out here. It's going to be a little bit of an exchange, but it's going to be Taco that comes out on top. Meanwhile, the bomb plant did go a little ways, and while they did get a kill on Fallen, ultimately this one did go the way of MBR again.
Yeah, Cold Zero gets a free upgrade onto the AK-47, only having the MP9 in that round, and Taco picking up the AWP will be able to throw that one across to Fallen. So, all in all, MIBR with a really good round right there. Viva Algeria played that almost to perfection in the 3v4 situation. If the bomb wasn't dropped as they were pushing out Catwalk, they could have had a very solid post plant with Nini's already routed over towards that long point of the map, so he wouldn't have had to have jostled on up and helped, and Taco has gone straight for the auto sniper. A very underrated weapon. Well, maybe it's not underrated. Underused. I actually think that the auto sniper, considering its price point of 5,000, I believe, isn't that much more expensive than the AWP, but can actually pack a massive punch. Can use it no-scoped. You can use it to stop rushes. It's a good gun. I think that it has a bad kind of stigma around it. And Fallen's stigma is hitting crazy AWP shots, and he's hit 2 this round. One relatively pedestrian and one with a flick of the wrist. And now Fur's come on in to help sandwich him in with his tag team duo, the Bash Brothers, we might call them, Fur and Phelps.
Look at a flick of the wrist. And there it is. The auto sniper out now with Taco at the helm.
Have you seen the movie Mighty Ducks 2?
Oh, my God.
That's the one where they become Team USA.
It's been quite some time since I was skating around the kitchen floor, Chad.
Okay, so I remember them vividly because I've seen all 3 of them about 15 times each minimum.
You do rock the shirt from time to time. I do appreciate and respect that.
And there's, in the second movie, it's where the Mighty Ducks are becoming Team USA, and part of that is bringing in all these superstars from around the country. One's Kenny Wu. He's an ice skater. One's Julie the Cat. She's the goalkeeper with really fast reactions. But then we have an enforcer. I forget his name, but he wears a bandana, and he groups up with another member of the original Mighty Ducks crew, and they form the Bash Brothers because they're very aggressive. They're the enforcers in the team. They're going around smashing people into boards and walls and knocking them down. Anyway, I think that Fur and Phelps are the Bash Brothers of CSGO.
I can see that. I can also see it being Dean Portman and Fulton Reed.
Yeah, so I think Dean Portman was the one in the original, and then Fulton is the guy who took on over. If you guys...
The Bash Brothers.
Yeah, if you guys are feeling creative, maybe find a photo of them, Photoshop the heads of Phelps and Fallen, tweet it at me.
That's a quick retweet right there. And now, as Photoshops open around the world and timeouts come to an end, we're going to see what Viva Algeria have on the cards here. They have another buy round ahead of them and an op back into play. But this auto sniper is here to ruin their day. It's in the hands of Taco. We're going to see heavy long presence from both teams. In fact, all 5 members of Viva Algeria, they want to get out long here and they want to do it with the quickness. They're going to run right into Phelps' AUG, and that's not what they wanted to do. That is not how they wanted to start this round. Molotov having backed them off just a little bit from getting out long with the quickness that they were looking for. Now they will finally do it. Now the real contest will come from peeking long. Fallen set up with his AWP. He's looking towards his pit. They really don't want to peek this. And understandably so.
Yeah, the problem with being so stifled against a team like MRBR who have been playing relatively aggressive is they've usually been pushing dark. They've usually been pushing up catwalk to pinch them in. This time they're actually showing respect. But Viva Algeria need to be tentative when going back to the positions like middle, when going back to T-spawn, because that precedent's already been set within the 4 rounds of the game so far. Fallen is lucky to get away with his life there.
But he wants to peek it.
Of course he does, and he doesn't miss, does he?
And Nini's will be the casualty that he takes. It's now in a 5 versus 3. They're going to try to run up catwalk into Cold Zera's AK, and that's simply not going to work.
Counter-Strike is obviously a game of individualism in points. You have to hit shots, right? You have to play situations and take duels, and you're part of a puzzle. The puzzle, the bigger picture, you could maybe even look at Counter-Strike like a language, because if you don't understand the language fluently, the same language as fluently as your teammates, then you're going to find points of, I guess, confusion. And Viva Algeria, obviously they're all speaking the same language, whether it be Algerian or whether it be French. It doesn't really matter. The point here is that if they're not on the same page Counter-Strike-wise, if they're speaking different languages of Counter-Strike, then there's going to be confusion in mid-round situations. Obviously, they're not as prepared. They're not as stratted. They are a mixed team.
And they're going up against some of the best. That does not help them at all. 5 alive on both sides. He's looking around 6 now with 5 on the board already from VR. Viva Algeria just looking to get started. It's going to be Phelps here that they're going to run into on catwalk. And should he swing, they are holding for him with the AWP. And so Nini's will come out on top. A good read and a good call there. Phelps, the first victim in this round. Now, Mibr at a deficit. And Fallen wants to get a shot off. He does get dinked, however, little to no damage. Actually, 9 HP taken from him in that one.
Yeah. Lucky, once again, to be scampering on out of town.
You could see just the intimidation here.
Yeah, just the player names as well, right?
Yeah.
I'd be scared.
Like, oh boy. HUD Center ID pops up. There's Fallen with AWP, and now they want to peek him some more. Except for it's going to be Fur that finds the frag there. The first player on catwalk. Oh. Almost catching the player on quad. Fallen making it look easy over here.
Offering him up time and time again. Fallen's only going to miss so many. Now the bomb's down. They don't have any utility to work with.
Boom.
The aggressive AWP of Fallen gets stuck in, finds a kill, and now it is a 3-on-1 situation. Noxie in the bomb site. Goes to take the duel, and Cold Zera doesn't miss either. So 6-0 for MRBR. Similar scenes to what we saw in the first map. Taco's auto sniper not having to do too much work just yet. Maybe with a B-rush, he might be able to mop up some kills and give us a nice little highlight. I know people in the realms of matchmaking and the forums, they like to call people MM noobs. I mean, sorry, auto sniper noobs,
yep.
auto noobs. But the auto sniper is a legit gun, guys.
It is.
You know, you need
a very viable option.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Well, Phelps did take off the head of Noxie there over towards long. And now he's going to continue to aggress, knowing they only have pistols. Kills everywhere.
My God. Fur finding 2 for himself in what was a rough round to start. Phelps falling there at long A. Could help to alleviate some of the pressure, but now on Nini's and Natsu, who only have Deagles and a picked up an
come
AUG.
on.
You can't really do that specifically when Fallen has the shotgun up pumped and ready to go.
It's not it's never a fun time, right? I know how hopeless this feels. I've been 16-0'd by 4 of these members in the server before, right? I've really felt the brunt of these guys and what they can really do to you. And it just, you feel hopeless. If you look at the ADR from the team of Viva Algeria right now, I'm just bringing it up, everybody is, you know, sub 50 ADR. I think there's one player who's looking to be just above that, and that's Nini's, who has 54.4. Everyone else is just really struggling. They're not even finding kills right now on the scoreboard. It's 3 kills for Nini's, 2 for Malakoff. Saba only has 2 as well. I've really felt the brunt of these guys and what they can really do to you.
Say 0.
And it just, you feel hopeless.
So that means he's going to go up.
If you look at the ADR from
really hard graft,
the team of
Viva
Algeria right now, just bringing it up.
They found 2. It's time they find themselves in a 3-on-5 number advantage. So this is doable right now. They walk on in. Fur doesn't move. Grabs 1. Gets a chance to poise for more. Gets 2 more. Actually, the TK is going to assist him there. And what was looking good has fallen apart. Cold-Zero close on the scene. And Malakoff with some great aim. Some good shots coming out here.
You got to see what the veteran here in Fallen can do. He does know that he's got himself against the wall. He's going to go through this smoke. They're going to be suspecting him to be likely out long, and should he have landed that first shot, that could have been a totally different story, but a first round on the board for Viva Algeria. And that is a decent start in what was a very close round. However, Noxie sitting on -1 going into round 9 doesn't bode well.
No, it's not great, but Malakoff had some very on-point aim there, able to get 2 very big scalps on the likes of Fur and Cold-Zero. I thought Cold-Zero might have caught them with their pants down in that moment. Fallen trying to make something out of nothing with that aggressive play, and he did have a chance. You know, there was a moment there with a missed shot. It could have easily happened. But now they get a chance to settle. Money not great for Phelps or Taco. And they will need 2 rounds on the trot here if they do want to completely break the buys of MIBR. They're no stranger to going for mix buys or low buys on some of their players. So right now, we do see the standard 2-3 split, but there's a lot of presence over towards Catwalk. Double nade's going to land. Not going to chunk anything down. A flash will come over. They're going to re-aggress, and Fallen re-picks. Gets the kill onto Nini's. Cold-Zero playing Goose is the man in support. All over towards Pit will be Phelps. And look at Taco now, just dancing around middle.
Let him do it. He's finding that comfort, and this is a scary time.
Almost a double.
Yeah.
Oh, big kills again, though. This is the fact of the matter, where Viva Algeria, if they can get out into open territory, they've got the aim to take the jewels. And almost another one from Natsu through the smoke. I'm not sure if he realizes how much damage he just did to Fallen. The bomb will go down. Another 2-on-3. It's all possible here. If he gets this CT kill onto Fallen, which he's not, Fallen's going to get the better of him right here. Natsu falls, and this is all the pressure on Saba, the young 18-year-old from Viva Algeria. Can he get it done? This would be a magnificent play. Knows the jig is up and something could be over towards Dark. Will reposition to the big box.
Which is an interesting one, right? Because he has this AWP, and, well, positioning-wise, he wanted to hold that guy in the tunnels. However, I mean, you're going to get crunched at some point, and you're going to get swarmed by MIBR. Of course, if you're wondering about the eye tracking that we have been witnessing here at WESG, go ahead and head over to Twitter, at TOBII Gaming. It's going to be the Tobii eye tracking software. Very interesting addition to a broadcast, I'll give it that.
So, with that reset round, you immediately see Viva Algeria drop on down to pistols only. I think that the eye tracker that you're just mentioning, it gives the viewer at home an idea of certain situations. We saw Fallen walk in through that smoke. This is just going to be an absolute mob, so we can talk a bit about the eye tracker as we go. But as Fallen was going into the 2v1 on the B bomb site, you could see that his eyes were on the radar in case something showed up on the radar quicker than he could actually see it. Obviously, we know things have been adjusted. It's been an update recently, but it still shows, you know, also you can help orientate yourself with the radar in smokes. So there's multiple purposes for that, and we will see another gun round come out now. Viva Algeria have taken their eco. They've got it over with nice and quickly. Here we go.
Here we go. And the backs of a 4K from Fur puts a 9th one on the board for MIBR. It's like Viva Algeria want to try to get out long again. They haven't found much success in doing so thus far. We're going to go tit for tat here. 1 for 1. We have an even ball game at 4-4 on the players, but they're going to try to peek this player in Fur and Pit. However, in an awkward exchange of bullets, no one has come out on top until now, but you can't just let that fester. You can't let it linger. Phelps shows up, arrives in a big way, helps out his teammate, and that's how the game is supposed to be played. We're going for the knife. He does find it. It's Phelps slicing and dicing. Nini's out long. Natsu by himself does find himself into the site, and with one frag already to his name onto Phelps. They want to style on him too. You do see
they're giving him a chance.
Jumping into the site with the AWP. Not a whole lot you can say about that one other than GGWP.
Unlucka, Malacca.
Yes.
So, just quickly, I think something to note here is there have been 3 knife kills from MIBR over the course of these 2 maps. Fur had one on the pistol round on the player at E-Box. He also knifed someone in the box halls. And now we've had another one, so.
Long A is just not working for these guys.
It's not a place you want to go.
I mean, it's just not worked thus far, and now they're already going to be at a massive deficit coming into this round. They wanted to try to push out Long A, couldn't do it. Malakoff will be sectioned off by Molotov and ultimately get his lunch 8. Meanwhile, Coldzera is going to run up middle with the AUG here. Now, this is an interesting play, not something you would normally see, but knowing that they're on eco is probably a little bit more willing to take a chance. And Phelps is going to get owned there by Noxie. No simple way to put it. Fallen replies, and that's another round on the board for MIBR 11-1.
Maybe we could just talk through some basic thought processes and theory. If you're going to go long like that, and you know that the team is using the molly, obviously straight to the doors, the CTs with the best spawn can get there very quickly. So with that in mind, you need to have your second or third spawn ready to put out the Molotov, right? Having a smoke in hand, pinned, ready to put that out. You need supportive flashes coming over from one member as you're on the run. Get them nice and deep. Jump flashes to continue to force the CTs to either run back turned or be blind. And then from there, a corner smoke also helps. It can help and it can hinder. It does good and bad. So that one is really up to you. But as we get stuck into this round, mid control will be taken. They want to go mid to B, straight into the arms of Coldzera and Phelps. They're going to get a kill each, and Fallen's just aggressive cat. Doesn't even worry about making noise. He's just stampeding. Flashes exchange middle. Molotovs to hold Coldzera back. He's going to get ticked on down to 23 points of health. There's another 2-on-3 situation with hyper-aggression on the cards for MIBR as the Dark Push will come in. Jumped up towards the Xbox. As Taco will take down Noxie, and from behind, they want to go for another knife. He wants to do it, Trace.
Just
he
do
wants
it to him. Give it to him. Oh, God.
It's
all gone wrong. And somehow, some way, it's Fur that's going to be bringing the knife today. My goodness, I'm not sure how he stayed alive there, but you do really feel in that moment helpless, defeated, and deflated.
Yeah, I think a big problem for Viva Algeria here is they are just such a huge underdog. There's no 2 ways about it. You can't split it any other way. You can't sugarcoat it. And they're doing their darndest with the situation that they've been given. Trying to make the most of a bad situation. This is probably the hardest draw that you could have gotten thus far. I think that the wall being put up right now by MIBR is difficult for anybody to deal with, and Taco's going to miss the shot from back of plat. We'll get a chance to reposition and pivot. He's not able to hit any kills until now, and boom. It doesn't really matter that they came in late because Fur and Phelps, they did enough damage for him. Now it's one player alive. Nini's over towards Long. We'll get a duel against Fallen if you want, and he does. Steps on out wide. Fallen trying to jiggle and bait out some of those shots. Look at him go, using the barrel of the AWP as bait, a lure, Burley in the water, and Nini's wants to bite. Oh, the headshot as well will come on in. So, around it, always, you know, there's always a possibility. You have to stay positive. Coldzera will flatten Nini's. And as we just maybe recount the kill situation, 19 for Fur, 17 for Fallen, Phelps with 14. Coldzera and Taco sub 10.
But at least Noxie has found himself positive now.
Yeah, so he's had to have he's at 3 kills from that point, right? Because he was at -1. He did accidentally team kill an opponent, which, you know, these kind of things do happen. been able to claw himself back in with some kills, and now posturing to what appears to be a B play. This push up middle from Fur has netted a lot of information. They know there's nothing out long, so they should be starting to bolster the defenses over towards B. Not able to get the kill, so that does mean there's an avenue of opportunity. Kills will happen on the B-bomb site. Tycho only gets one, and now this should be the second round on the board here for Viva Algeria. It's a 4-on-2 situation. Holy moly.
Red beans and ravioli, Chad. That's what we're looking at right here. Coldzera and Phelps trying to get back in the site. They do have Augs, and the High Tracker's going to come out to show you exactly what they're doing. Wow, with the aggression here on Phelps. He has found himself inside of the site, deep behind enemy lines. It's now Coldzera in a 1v1, having that Aug and almost finding the kill early on to Nini's. This has been a massive blunder for the side of Viva Algeria, conceding that round in the last round of the half. 14-1, Mibr. The boys from Brazil are making a statement today.
The one that really did it there, I think, has to have been the kill through the doors as he's making his way up to the B-bomb site. Then the smoke you've seen him trickle in opens up more opportunities to enter the bomb site, and the flash coming on over, which wasn't highlighted, but Coldzera definitely threw a flash for him from spawn. Meant that he had that extra little aid of utility. And that's how that one fell apart so quickly. So with one round to their name on their T side, it's an uphill battle once again for Viva Algeria. But on train, we saw them find more success on their CT side. Maybe they can pull out similar scenes here. So getting underway, 5 sets of armor have been purchased on the side of Viva. For Mibr, they have 4 and Fallen with the utility. The in-game leader normally getting that duty. Coming straight out long here, information gathering and damage done as well as Fur scuttles forward.
Ooh.
Good stuff from Malikov.
Not going to come out on top in that pistol duel.
He's had a lot of good plays so far with the pistols. I think he's had some impact with the P250. We did see him on the T-pistol, and now on the CT side, able to hit a bit of a banger, fade away.
And this rotation from Viva Algeria is a really awkward one. They don't have anyone on the site. Now they're going to try to force themselves to go back around on the flanks and try to get back into what was theirs at the beginning of the round, but all things considered, they're just going to be eaten alive here by the Glocks. Nini's taking out Coldzera, does give us a 2v1. The bomb will be planted in the A bomb site. Nini's not real sure as to what's clear and what's not, but he's going to elect to go ahead and check the spawn area.
No kit. Tallest task in the game right now. Double stack coming in from Mibr just to make sure trade potential is there.
And he was looking to maybe see a player cross back towards long, but you're not going to be seeing that. I do like this boost.
It's cool that they can jump spot Cat like that. It is quite dangerous, all things considered, but obviously Mibr just at this point more than happy to, you know, take a couple of those gambles. Things are working. Nothing is really going wrong until right now. Taco with the burst fire Glock. You don't see that every day of the week, but he will finish off Nini's and put Mibr up to 15 rounds.
Wow.
Winning this run right here will elevate Mibr further forward in the bracket. This is the best of the round of 16, not the best of 16. That'd be a long day, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's an interesting concept, Chad.
We don't even have 16 maps in the pool that I think you could play.
Chad's in 2020. The rest of y'all are in 2019.
Yeah, I bet you guys will be real mad when we have best of 16 grand finals that go for a week.
That's right. Tune in tomorrow for the conclusion of the grand finals. Just kidding. Just don't go anywhere. Don't leave us. This one has been a very one-sided affair. Mibr, they're very much on top, Chad.
Just to note, Mibr will be playing against Wendigo in the next round, so that's not going to be an easy task at all. Wendigo with Poison and Ships, 2 of the younger blood in this Bulgarian roster, they're going to be something to deal with as there is a flurry of kills over here towards middle, but Phelps will finish things off. A fantastic back-to-back map performance from Phelps here. Takes the headphones out. Looks ecstatic about how things just went down. Mibr getting it done in style and showing why they are one of the favorites in this tournament. Smiles all round from Fallen and Fur, exchanging words as Viva Algeria, look, they're going up against one of the best teams in the world. They do have smiles on their face as well. They understand the task that they just had to go up against. You're definitely not going to be upset about that situation by any means. So everyone's happy.
Yeah, and you can't really hang your head too low here for Viva Algeria. Obviously, this was not one where they were. They weren't really favorited coming into this one, and as the game progressed, it didn't get any easier for them. But you have to feel for what is Mibr coming out here and building confidence regardless. It will be more interesting to see them stack up against a Wendigo who is, you know, obviously a little bit more well-constructed, well-rounded.
Yes.
And
aggressive as well.
And actually a team.
Yeah, they do love some aggression. Obviously, they're being sold right now But they are a unit. They are a squad, and they are playing in tournaments around the world. So as we get to the business end of this tournament, more and more of the teams will actually be full 5-man rosters. And that means the level of Counter-Strike should be getting more and more exciting. But this is a good sign for MIBR because it's not a good sign in the sense that it was a drubbing, but this is a team that we've only seen play at the major until this point. So the more games they get under their belt, the more we get to watch, the more we get to learn about them. Is exciting for the full international scale of CSGO. Do you want to know where the brackets are at this point?
I do have them right here in front of me, actually.
Wonderful.
We do have, so far, this is how the day has shaped up for tomorrow. Tomorrow is looking like Fnatic Optic, Valiance Ago, Wendigo MIBR. And, well, we do have 2 more matches over on the brackets themselves. We got to find out between who, G2 and Panda and Absolute TNC, who's going to be moving forward out of those 4 teams.
Okay. They're all good games, really. I think that Fnatic versus Optic is an interesting one because both teams right now, we don't know really where they're at. Valiance versus Ago, we've spoken about Valiance multiple times, but they are speaking their native language because they're not using Otto and Esperanto, so that's not they're not speaking in English. They'll be speaking in Serbian. And obviously, Ago are a team rebuilding. The Polish team right now in a bit of turmoil. Wendigo versus MIBR. It'll be a good challenge for MIBR. And then I guess we'll get, I don't know, TNC actually had some good results. So it could be the Japanese side, Absolute, or it could be TNC, most likely going up against G2. Don't count Panda out, though. Those things get mean when they're hungry.
Yeah. And if we know anything about Pandas, they've got broads in Atlanta. We're nowhere near that, and this has absolutely nothing to do with that. And we will be going to a break because when we come back, we do have another matchup coming your way here for WESG 2018-19. We'll be right back.